At the moment, I'm really into using up the scraps, and the scraps of my leftover quilts. And I'm also into modern quilts. So I had a weekend sewing and I thought, what if I combined the two? What would happen? And what happened was the concentric square quilt that you've got in front of you. I've used some leftover really bright strips of fabric that I'd used in another quilt, which was stars and then big squares, but I'm left with little bits. And I was also left with lots of miscellaneous white on white fabrics from another blue and white quilt that I made. So this was an idea that a friend of mine was working on. Hers was a very complex design with lots of little 1-inch squares, but I thought that was actually far too time consuming for me. So I thought, well, what if we just combine some really bright colours with some background fabric in the same way that the modern girls do, and what would happen? And I think the quilt that I've come up with is actually quite pleasing. I was very, very pleased with it, and I'm looking forward to quilting it. There's no question about it.